XK X100 bind and fly. And this is an X6 transmitter. So what you're going to need to be able to fly this quad with this transmitter, you need a brand new model of a heli type. Everything else is going to be default. Those two buttons held down for a couple of seconds to get into that mode. Press back once you're done. Okay, it's a little different than the X350 and the K120, K110, but mainly just the throttle curve. Sorry, pitch curve. So hold down mode for a couple of seconds. Now you don't need to reverse any channels at all. Dual rates, this is up to you really. Now I've got them 80, 80, and the number 4 is 100, because that's your. And then on my dual rate switch, I've set them to 100, 125 all the way. Just want it as perky as possible. Back to get out of there, and then Expo. Again, I'd recommend probably 20 on 1 and 2, which is pitch and roll. I've lowered it down to 5 because I wanted a bit more responsive, but 20 for starters outside with some space is a good idea. I've tried to get it make it as violent as possible because it is really sedate on this quad. Normally on Walkera that would be negative expo, but it's positive on XK or Futaba. It doesn't seem to make much of a difference whether you go right up to 50 or 100 or not. As long as you're not adding expo, it doesn't really get more sensitive past 0. Okay. Now your throttle curve. In normal mode, 0, 40, 60, 80, and 100. Seems to give me a nice linear response. In idle up, 100, 75, 10, 75, 100. That gives me the ability to punch out without too much lag and also hover at a low throttle. Any lower than that kind of felt uneven, and any higher wasn't allowing you to hover, it would drop. Obviously play with that min and max as you like, but that's where I like it and recommend for a start. Pitch curve. 0, oh this is normal mode, 50, 60, 75, 85, and 100. That's what I ended up with, and flies nice. Idle up. 0, 25, 50, 74, 100. I think we'll just change that to 75 because that's obviously a mistake. Okay, came out one too many. And then last we've got gyro. Now on normal mode I've got 50. And that will make it effectively self-level and really aggressive self-level. It's not going to flip, it's just going to want to bounce back to a level point. If you're starting out, that's a good idea. Now if you put it down to 30, you'll get something that does level, but really slowly. Like, it's hard to tell the self levels there unless you've got a decent distance for it to roll. It's really sedate. So I'm going to leave that on 50. No, I'll put it down to 40 for now because it's still fairly strong self level. And then on 3G mode, I put it down to 10. There may be a tiny bit of self level there, but I can't tell. It feels too sloppy on 0, but on 10 I'm liking it very much. It doesn't fight me, and any distance that I can push it at that I would want to fly it at, it seems to stay at the angle that I put it at. So I'd call that nearest damn it rate mode, and where I like it. And that's it. All good to fly.